It's all in the stories. You know, I say to children, it's not the book, it's what's in the book. It's all in the stories. How you get the story is not as relevant as getting the story. So I listen to a lot of books on tape, and sometimes I watch something on HBO, and it's the story that I want. It's to understand what people were thinking. And it doesn't have to be something dramatic with a beginning and a middle and an end. It's something that comes from the heart. I was in Flin Flon this year, and I was in Tim Hortons with my host, and she was showing me through pictures on her iPhone, and she said, oh, here's Mabel. And I said, well, who's Mabel? And she went back to the picture of two little foxes, and she said, oh, it's a fox. And I said, oh, you've named a fox? And she said, David, I'm not really sure my husband would like me to tell you this story. And I said, well, if you're not sure, don't tell me, because I have a big mouth, and I'll tell everyone. And she said, well, you know, he's a trapper, and he came out of his shed one day, and he saw a little fox sitting on the tree line, and the little fox was just alive. She was suffering from mange, and her body was completely bare, all but for big bleeding blisters, and he knew she was going to die, and she made a little whine, a little cry, and rather than go get his rifle and shoot her, which he normally would have done, he went into the house and got her a little piece of steak and flicked it out to her. And this happened on Monday and on Tuesday and on Wednesday, and on Friday he said to his wife, Shirley, I've got to go into Prince Albert to get some supplies. Well, he wasn't going for supplies. He was going to see his cousin, the vet, to get medicine for a disease called mange. And he came home and he put it inside of the steak, and he went and fed it to the little fox. And after a week, she wasn't on the tree line, she was at his back door. And so he leaned over and he handed it to Mabel. I think he named it after his mangy mother-in-law. That was her name, Mabel. He gave it to Mabel. And this went on day after day after day. And 3 weeks later, Mabel was back, but she wasn't alone. She was back with her little friend, Sarah. And Sarah had mange. So back in the truck, he went from Flin Flon, a 4-hour drive. It broke my heart. It just moved me to tears. And that's the story. There is no beginning, there is no end, except that this trapper fell in love with a little fox that he named Mabel. And if people don't like the story, I don't know why or don't know how. How can you not like that story? It's all about stories.